What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So for this video I got a little maintenance DIY for my 328i. So the 328i has been lowered on coilovers for the past couple of years now, and one of the parts that kind of goes bad quicker because it's lowered are these sway bar end links. So I believe they have never been replaced, and the car has 116,000 miles now, so I'm going to be replacing those with some Lamfardi, I believe that's how you pronounce the company name. Sway bar end links, they're OEM, they're not genuine BMW. This is a pretty cheap and easy DIY, easy part to replace. I believe a set for the front costs a total of around $30, $15 for each sway bar end link. It's not too expensive at all. So here I have the new sway bar end links. I believe there is a difference between left to right on the, since my car is an xDrive, that's what I've been seeing, and they do look different, so I believe they only fit on one side. So just gonna note that just in case any of you out there are planning to do this, just be aware that I do believe that each side is different. They're not the same exact sway bar end link like position when it comes to like where the end links connect. I believe it was the same on my F30 since I did replace the sway bar end links on that one, but that one's just rear wheel drive, and both the sway bar end links were exactly the same. There's no difference at all. So I got these from FCP Euro, as you could have guessed. That is the place for all of the parts that I get. So these are a little different than the ones on that it comes stock on the car in terms of like how it's secured. This one has like the T30 in the middle there to tighten in a nut. On the ones on the car, I believe it's just a nut and no T30 thing in here, and you have to like hold it with a wrench and then spin it with the socket to get it loose. So these are a bit different, but not really a big deal. Also, since I installed the coilovers, I have been getting a like slight clunking noise coming from the front. It's been doing that since I installed the coilovers. Never was able to figure out one of the possible culprits to where the sway bar end links, as I was trying to do some research and figure out where it was coming from. So I'm going to go ahead and replace them also because of that reason, to see maybe if the clunking will go away, and it's just because the end links that are on there right now are just the stock OEM original end links and they're just bad. So I'm hoping these may be able to get rid of that sound, but not 100% sure that that will fix that issue. So the first thing I'm going to do here is obviously lift up the car and remove the front wheels, and then I can get to installing these new end links. Alright, so here is the stock original end link. So it goes from up there to down here. So to get this out, I need to have a wrench on this little nut inside here to grab onto, and then put a socket on this side to actually get this nut off. But it'll spin if you don't hold the nut back here, so that's why I need a wrench to hold it in place while you loosen the nut over here. So this nut over here, I'm going to be using a 5/8 socket, which is like a 16mm socket, and then the nut back here, I'm going to be using a 17mm wrench to hold it in place. And if we move this around, you can actually see how easily this joint moves. It's not supposed to move that easily. So to get this bottom part out now, it's going to be the exact same thing as the top, just from the different angle sensors at the bottom. If we take a look at the old one here and then the new ones, you can see that this is the one for the driver's side and this is the one for the passenger side because their positions are different. The top here are opposites, and then when you try to put it this way, like this, this one, it faces downward. So that's how you know that this one is for the passenger side. And if you take a look at the joints again, you can see how easy this moves. It's super easy. The new ones are much more harder to move. I can't even move it with my thumb right now. There it is. It takes a good amount of force for them to move these joints. And that's what it's supposed to be like. So maybe this will slightly improve the handling and steering, maybe. But yeah, you can see the difference. It takes a lot of force to move these joints compared to these ones where I could just easily move it with my thumb. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and install this new one on the driver's side. So like I said, these ones, you have to use a T30 to hold it in place, not the wrench. And you have to put it in the center here. Then you have to use the 17mm wrench to tighten down the nut. So since like this little top area is very tight, the wrench only like goes in like a certain way, so I had to like turn the wheel like all the way to the left or to the right so that this is kind of facing more this way, and then I have to like push the end link down so it like kind of go or angles upwards. I have to angle it downward and push down so that this thing will fit in there. There it is. Then I could take the T30 and spin it. And you just tighten it down until it's hand tight, until it can't go anymore. You don't want to force this thing because it probably will break the T30 Torx bit. It's happened to me before. So just till it's hand tight and it should be good. Seems pretty tight on there. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. As you can see with these ones, this side matches the positions of the joints. So that it confirms that this new one here is for the passenger side. So I'm going to go ahead and put the new one in now. Alright guys, so everything is completely installed now. Both of the end links are in, the car is off the jack, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it for a drive and, you know, see if there's any noticeable differences in the driving, the handling, steering, all that, and see if the clunking goes away maybe. So yeah. This car feels excellent. I haven't driven it in a couple weeks here because I've been focusing on the M30, but this car drives excellent. It feels so smooth. The engine feels smooth, the acceleration is smooth, the handling is smooth. Literally everything about this car is in great condition from what I can tell. As for the new end links, the handling does feel a little bit more firm. And from what I can tell, I haven't noticed any clunking yet. Maybe because I haven't really driven over like the uneven parts of the road that cause it to clunk. But man, this car feels really good. I miss driving it, honestly. It doesn't feel that slow. Like, I know how much like we talk about, or I'll talk about how like this car isn't that fast. I mean they say that to like other cars in the car community. Yeah, it's not really that fast at all compared to those cars, but like it's fast enough like for the average car owner to have some fun. Like, I still have fun with this thing. Even though like now I have a pretty fast car. Not the fastest obviously, but Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for this video. So in conclusion, overall, the new sway bar end links I feel like made maybe a little bit better difference in the handling and steering and feel of the car. I do think it actually quieted the clunking coming from the front coilovers or something in the front. I don't know if it's the coilovers. So it may have been the end links, because it does sound a little bit quieter, so that is awesome. I will link these end links down if you want to check these out. The ones I installed on the car are for the 2009 BMW 320i with the xDrive. The rear-wheel drive, I do believe, is a little bit different. You do not have to get like different end links. They're actually the same end link, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but for xDrive, as I showed you, they are two different like designs and angles of where the nut is secured onto the coilover and then to the sway bar. So do be aware of that. These are for the xDrive or all-wheel drive E90 models. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video.